It's said that where there is no laws, where there are no laws, there will be no transgression. Cross-dressing is about to be criminalized in our country. A bill to prescribe sanctions for cross-dressing in Nigeria has been read at the House of Representatives. The bill, titled "A Bill for an Act to Amend Same-Sex Marriage Prohibition Act 2023 to prohibit cross-dressing and other related matters," is seeking amendments to the Principal Act. Babajide, I don't understand this bill. This is different from the 14 years homosexualism bill, the law that we have on ground. This is cross-dressing.
No, this is an amendment to the original law.
Okay.
Now, inserting this clause to prohibit cross-dressing. So it's not as if they are changing the law. The law is there.
Okay, already.
The law
did not envisage this cross-dressing before.
Yes, we are seeing more and more. We are seeing more and more people dressing like women, you know. And the truth is, homosexuals sometimes imagine themselves
as women.
to be women. They dress like women, put on eyelashes, you know, make up their faces like women. So now you can't say, oh, you are not gay, you are not homosexual, whereas you continue to dress. Every time you are seen, you are dressed like a woman, except when you are going to visit your father. That's the only time when you wear jala, you know. So what they are trying to do now is to say, okay, let us be able to know those who truly are into this thing, because the law says that you will go to jail for 10 years if you register them. That's homosexuals. You register gay clubs. You register you register places where they can have their own clubs and all that, or do anything to encourage them. You go to jail for 10 years. So right now, they are trying to amend the law to bring in this issue of cross-dressing. So we will now know whether indeed you are homosexual or not, because when people dress like women, you cannot hold them accountable, or you can't by that simply say that they are gay. They can argue that this is just a path that they've chosen for themselves. But you don't have to appear like a woman, dress like a woman, put on lipstick like a woman, and all the mannerisms that have come to be associated with women or hookers. You now demonstrate it and still tell us that no, you are not gay. The law is what they are trying to do now is to insert this portion into that law to criminalize cross-dressing, so that once they see you are a cross-dresser, they assume that the law assumes that you are gay or you are homosexual, and the law, the prescription of the law will be visited on you.
DKB, now this thing is as crazy as you have somebody born a male, and that person desire to be a woman, and that's imported from
you know where.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So from the West, now it's now gaining ground and traction in Nigeria.
I think that's the reason why this amendment is being brought up, because you may look at it as basically a one-off thing, an abnormality, if you will. But now you know how people and their things for copying things that they don't understand. You are quite correct. Cross-dressing is not a cultural thing to us. It is imported. And while we are importing things, you cannot separate that from the general impression of gayness, either lesbianism or the one for the male. So it's not only men dressing as women, actually. Even there are some women, they call them, I think, bulls or dykes, who are also homosexuals, but who dress, look, talk like a man. And you have to look quickly at their chest And sometimes that will not even be a reflection to know that they are biological female. I think this law is basically to relate to that. It's not only for men dressing as women. Even some women now are dressing as men. And we have to quickly do what we have to do so that there will be no loophole when the application of the principal law is being applied across the board.
Some of them that were caught in this web, one particularly actually went online to say, look, okay, you're about to prescribe this, prescribe that. How would that affect the price of pepper? How would that affect the economy? How would that affect this? How would that give us good roads? The person was like, man, we've misplaced our priority in this country. That is not a priority.
It's a very foolish person. A man sleeping with his daughter, does it affect the price of gold? Does it affect the price of bread? Of course it does not. But it's such an immoral thing, and it's not something that in any part of the world you want to encourage. Incest. The religious books forbid incest. And a lot of the moral codes that have come to, that subsist even in the advanced countries of the world, where people do not necessarily go to church or go to mosque like the rest of us in the third world. Incest, sleeping with one's daughter, is not allowed anywhere. Whether it affects the price of commodities or not. It's not every law that is geared to boost the economy. That is where you see the silliness of the apparent aridity of the brain of the person who is saying, how does it affect the price of sugar, price of this? No, not all laws will affect, not all crimes when committed will affect the prices of commodities. If I kill someone now within the premises of TVC, it won't affect the prices of things. But that is anarchy. That is anarchy that we are trying to avoid. If everyone begins to pluck other people's eyes, begins to behead people, are we going to have a country to live in? So people should not limit every act or every attempt to give us the right laws. People should not simply apply, begin to correlate it with the prices of goods and services. It's senseless to think that way.
All right.